Orange Jackets are back at work on the Great Central Railway Reunification project. Following on from the successful planning application, we're wasting no time commissioning vital ground investigation work. In this update, we'll tell you what's happening. At the moment, some of the most visible work is taking place in a factory car park, but it extends along the entire route of reunification, and the methods being used change depending on what structures we need to build.
Runs from the bridge over the A60 at the top all the way down to the canal at the bottom, and each of it's designed to cover the different design elements that are there. So down the bottom there's specific investigation for where there's lightweight fill, embankment, the middle bit's piled viaducts, there's a few more deeper boreholes there, and at the top there's reconstruction of an existing embankment as well. So just designed depending on what's being built. 6 deep rotary holes, there's 15 or 20 odd shallow window sample holes to about 5 metres to assess the shallow soils. There's some CPT tests which involves driving a big steel probe into the ground and gives you a continuous strength profile. There's about 20 odd of those across the site, and there's a few trial pits and other things as well dotted about. So over by that bridge we've got a foundation pit just to see if any of the old structure remains and if that needs to be removed or dealt with before you put new foundations in.
What's found below ground will be vital to the final design of the railway above ground.
These are big rotary cores, so about 1.5 metre length stick of soil and rock. These are probably about 20 odd metres down, and we want to assess that for its strength, assess it for moisture content, how much it's going to shrink swell where it's clay, and then that gives us a good steer on what we need to do for design. Where you're rotary coring, you'll end up with a continuous set of core like that from probably 8-10 metres when that comes in down to 20-30 metres. So you'll end up with a continuous profile of soil samples from ground level down to base of hole.
This work is going to last 3 weeks. Thanks to you, we've got £2.5 million banked in the reunification pot. But the ground investigation will cost £250,000. So our current appeal is, please help us pay this bill, protecting the funds we have to start building again.
I am Richard Clough. I am one of the 3 partners who own Cass Hayward LLP, and we are specialist bridge designers and love everything bridge related. Basically the holes are logged, so the investigations are logged. We will then use those to determine how strong the ground is, if you like, to help us to then design the foundations. And there's not just looking at logs that have been written or typed up. Material is sampled throughout the length of the holes that are being dug or drilled, and they go off to be tested in the lab, and it all helps to give us that better picture of how the ground is likely to behave and how strong it is. And the more we know, less surprise, less risk, hopefully the cost is better for everybody.
We'll keep you up to date as this work progresses. As always, thank you very much for your donations and support of the Great Central Railway Reunification project.